I thought my husband was saving money for our future, but I was wrong. For years, he told me we were broke, while secretly building a $1.2 million crypto fortune for another woman. And when I found his plan, I realized something worse. He wasn't just cheating. He was planning to leave me with nothing. My name is Sophia, and for 10 years I believed Alex and I were building something unbreakable. We met in a quiet bookstore cafe in Portland, Oregon, during a rainy autumn in 2015. He was the soft-spoken software engineer who said he hated the corporate grind and dreamed of early retirement. I was a pediatric nurse working long shifts at OHSU. We bought a cozy craftsman bungalow in Selwood with a small garden and a front porch swing. We had our daughter, Lily, now 9, and 2 cats. No extravagant trips, no luxury cars, just homemade dinners, library books, and weekend hikes in Forest Park. Alex always said, "We're living simply so we can retire young and travel with Lily." I trusted him completely. I handled the household budget, clipped coupons, skipped my own spa days. He handled investments, small, safe stuff in index funds. I never questioned it. But over the last 2 years, the tightness felt different. Alex started working late at the office more often, coming home smelling like unfamiliar perfume and expensive whiskey. Our savings account barely grew despite my overtime shifts. When I suggested a family vacation to the Oregon coast, he sighed, "Sophia, gas prices are killing us, we can't swing it." I nodded, swallowed the disappointment, and picked up extra weekend shifts. I told myself it was temporary. The doubt crept in quietly. Late-night phone glow under the covers, new expensive running shoes he claimed were gifted by a coworker, a vague bonus that never showed up in our joint account. The signs piled like storm clouds. A $500 charge at a jewelry store in the Pearl District for earrings I never received. Texts from work friend Jess that made his screen light up at 2 a.m. He changed his phone passcode for security. I cried alone in the bathroom, staring at my tired reflection, wondering if I was losing my mind. I still kissed him goodnight. I still packed his lunch. But the fear was constant, a low hum in my chest. Then came the evening that shattered everything. Alex was at a team-building retreat in Bend. Lily was at a sleepover. I was organizing the home office when his old backup hard drive plugged into charge popped up a notification. Crypto wallet sync complete. Curiosity 1. I opened it. The screen filled with balances from Binance, Coinbase, Ledger wallets. Total, $1,247,892.43. My knees buckled. While I'd been denying myself new scrubs because we're saving, he'd been trading altcoins, staking Ethereum, riding the 2024 to 2025 bull run. Deposits traced back years right after big nursing bonuses I deposited jointly, or tax refunds he handled. The wallet addresses had notes. Jess's condo down payment, $180K, private jet to Vegas, weekend with Jay, Miami penthouse escrow, our new start. Jess wasn't a coworker. She was his mistress of 4 years. Photos, them on yachts, in luxury Airbnbs, her wearing the earrings from that charge. Emails. Once Lily hits 18, we file quietly. Sophia gets the house and child support. The crypto stays separate offshore if needed. We disappear to Bali. He hadn't just hidden money. He'd built an escape fund timed to our daughter's adulthood. He'd used marital income to seed it, structured it as separate property through timed trades and offshore wallets. He'd even set up a trust naming Jess as beneficiary if he passed unexpectedly. I sat frozen for hours, photographing every screen, every transaction, every message. Rage and grief warred inside me, but I didn't confront him that night. I waited. Alex came home Sunday evening, tanned and smiling. I had dinner ready, his favorite salmon. Lily hugged him. After she went to bed, I led him to the office. The hard drive glowed on the desk. His face drained of color. "Sophia, how did you—" "Sit," I said calmly. "Explain why our daughter's college fund is empty while you've got $1.2 million earmarked for a mistress and a Bali exit plan." He broke. Tears. Excuses. It started as stress relief after the pandemic. Crypto was booming. Jess, she understood the pressure. I was going to cash out at $2 million and surprise you both. The Bali thing is just fantasy talk. I laughed bitterly. Fantasy? You transferred $180K for her condo down payment last month. You have tickets booked for next year after Lily's 18th birthday. That's when the first major twist landed. He whispered, "There's more. I took out a second mortgage on the house last year. Quietly. Used it to buy more crypto. If we divorce now, the house equity is negative. You'd lose it. I figured you'd stay quiet to protect Lily." My world tilted. He'd mortgaged our home, our daughter's stability to fund his secret life. Community property in Oregon meant half the debt was mine too. He'd calculated every angle. Hide the gains as non-marital crypto volatility excuse. Time the exit post-childhood. Saddle me with debt so I couldn't fight. But he underestimated me. I didn't scream. I said, "I need time to think," and went to bed. He slept on the couch, thinking he still had control. For the next 2 weeks, I moved like a ghost. I contacted a forensic accountant specializing in crypto, recommended by a nurse friend who'd survived worse. I met her in a downtown coffee shop at dawn. She traced everything: marital funds funneled into his wallets, dissipation via gifts to Jess, the fraudulent second mortgage. I installed monitoring software, legal for joint devices in Oregon. I photographed his laptop daily. I recorded conversations where he bragged to Jess, "Sophia's too soft, she'll sign anything to keep the house for Lily." Then the second twist, he tried to move the crypto. Day 12, I got an alert. He was transferring $400K to an anonymous wallet. I called my attorney immediately. Emergency motion filed, freeze all accounts, including crypto exchanges via subpoena to Binance, Coinbase. The judge granted it within 48 hours. Oregon courts hate hidden digital assets in divorce. The hearing was brutal. My accountant testified with blockchain traces, every Satoshi traced to joint income, emails proving intent to defraud. The judge froze everything, awarded me 70% of the portfolio, $873K plus, full house equity, after unwinding the mortgage fraud, child support, and spousal maintenance. Punitive sanctions for dissipation, another $200K. Alex's face crumpled in court. Jess? She panicked when served her condo deal collapsed. Her own husband discovered the affair via public filings and filed for divorce the next week. Alex lost his job, company policy on financial misconduct. The IRS audited him for unreported gains. Last I heard, he's renting a studio in Beaverton, paying me monthly while fighting crypto clawbacks. I kept the Selwood house, renovated the garden with Lily, started a side business nurse consulting for pediatric apps, 6 figures in year 1. Lily and I hike Forest Park every weekend. The cats sleep on silk pillows. Some nights I remember the man who read bedtime stories. Then I look at our thriving life and smile. I'm Sophia. I was married to a man who hid a fortune to hide his betrayal, but I traced every coin, froze every wallet, and turned his escape plan into my freedom. Ladies, if the frugal husband suddenly has new shoes and late nights, don't wait. Document. Hire experts. Protect what's yours. Because the truth doesn't hide forever, and when it surfaces, it's yours to claim. I didn't just survive, I rebuilt stronger. And that's the real jackpot. So let me ask you this. If you found out your husband had been lying for years, hiding millions, and planning to leave you for another woman, what would you do? Would you walk away? Or take everything he tried to hide? Comment below. I walk away. Or I take it all. Because sometimes, the real power isn't in finding the truth. It's in what you do after.